Pitch will go to Spencer Gilmire. Moves across the 50. Spencer Gilmire runs over a man at the 40. Made him eat dirt as Spencer Gilmire rumbles into Admiral territory down to the 38-yard line. Hello, Spencer. Will go to Spencer. He's got running room again. He's across the 30. Spencer Gilmire 20. Spencer Gilmire 15. Spencer Gilmire 14. He carries Admirals down the field. It'll be 1st and 10 Oak Ridge.
Yep.
To 25 to the 30, breaks it to the outside to the 35 to the 40, to the 45 to the 50-yard line, needs to block and gets it at the 45 to the 40, to the 35 to the 30, to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Johnny Williams. Oak Ridge. Single man left. Helton will roll to the left side. He's in trouble. He fumbles the ball. Intercepted by Oak Ridge. Picked off at the 50. Ron Black 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. 15, 10, 5, you did it one too many times, Todd Helton. That one picked off by Black into the end zone. 64-yard run by Ron Black, and Oak Ridge takes the...
That's intercepted down the sideline. He's at the 35, he's at the 40. The Wildcats, Dallas sprint, and that might do it.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are live at the Pizza Inn for Crunch Time, the Oak Ridge High School football show. And joining me is the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Derek Rang. And I know we've got another full house here once again. Hey, guys, back in the back, who did you all beat on Friday night? Well, maybe I shouldn't have asked that question,
Yeah.
but a victory over the Clinton Dragons, which is always a lot of fun, Coach. I know over the years we've played them more than any other team, 65 times, this being the 65th time. And same song, same verse, another victory over the Dragons. Coach, your thoughts before we...
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. We come out Friday. I thought we started the game out really well, David. I thought we handled the environment really well. Got up 21-0 in the first half, and then we were able to, in the second half, I feel like they kind of had their little – I guess we got up 28-6 in the second half, and then they made their little run, and we were able to put the game away and have a big win, 42-13. I felt like all three phases we were played really well in. Offensively, had a big night. I think over 400 yards offense. We had a lot of playmakers make some plays in that game. And then defensively, to hold them to 13 points, thought they had exceptional skill players. And, special teams had some big plays. I know Adam's in here somewhere, but having a kickoff return for a touchdown obviously is big. That's our third non-offensive touchdown in this early season. So anytime you're scoring on special teams and defense with our offensive talent, you're probably going to win. So,
Coach, we have a big show today. Here in a second, we'll have the highlights of the Clinton game. We also have, obviously, the plays of the week from last week. We've got some junior varsity, combined junior varsity freshman highlights from Monday as well. A lot to do here, and, of course, we have a couple of interviews, too. Two seniors, senior quarterback Blaine Stansberry and senior wide receiver Will Presley are going to come up here and talk to us, and we'll get a chance. So let's go ahead and roll the highlights from this Friday. This is over at Clinton.
So there's Adam always finds the camera guy, doesn't he? Starting on defense, there's Tim Walters there, the big tackle. Nate Stevens involved. They're running like a little zone read. We're just squeezing it down. And Monte Bishop there with some cleanup. So obviously we do a great job stopping the run all night. They averaged 58 yards rushing for the Dragons, 2.3 yards a carry. So there's a bad snap. King Sandoval there coming in on the play. So as you see, that's nice when the quarterback's not expecting the ball. And we will take the start, David. Obviously we get the opponent to do that. And
King will take an easy sack.
He will,
too.
yeah. Easy sack. Here's Mel Porter running. Thought he ran hard all night. He averaged like 16.5 yards a carry. So, again, we're just kind of coming out here with a little run game action. As you see, we're doing a great job blocking down and kicking out, and then running back does a good job finding the crease. Same thing. There's a little counter play. One thing, David, you're noticing is they're kind of light in the box because of, I think, our perimeter players on the outside. So, a run game's best friend to me is a good passing game because then that kind of lightens up the box a little bit. And obviously there's Malik blocking downfield. I thought the receivers did a good job blocking down the field. Same deal. Get a nice little run there to start out. Kind of give the offensive line some shout-outs here. We know about from left to right, Jared Baffert, Elijah Young, Caden Shipman snapping the ball, playing center. Right guards, Torrey Holt. Right tackles, Nate Stevens. I know, Tristan Chartrand also played on the offensive line there, and King Sandoval is also rotating in, so we're kind of getting some bodies in. There's a pass to Malik Howard. Big play. Look at this jumbo. And it's all she wrote. So nice hole. And Mill just goes the distance there. Look at this hole right here. We block everything down. Just a big collection of bodies on the ground. And, the good thing is we're able to crease that. And Clinton did not have a second-level defender. So as you see, another angle of this, there's Malik coming through. And there's really nobody left for the Dragons. So we do a good job getting in the end zone. Obviously, Gage Pellegrin on the snap, Adam on the hold, Eli Pearson on the kick.
I'm sure you were
He's
happy
got to sell
to have him
that
back.
one. What now?
I'm sure you were happy to have him back, Eli.
Yeah, Eli was back. That was big. We noticed that on the kicking and the kickoffs, and obviously a big weapon. So the Dragons were kind of playing a couple different quarterbacks in this game. But, again, there's King Sandoval there, Dane Pendergrass on a quarterback hurry, Monte Bishop. So, again, we're just kind of obviously forcing him to the sideline. So here's a little outside run. There's Caden Stewart coming up. There's Wayne Gibson in the play. So, again, we do a good job of leverage here, which is the ball's on the outside. So Wayne's going to try to force this ball back inside or make the play, and he does that. And there's Caden Stewart scraping. Nice run here by Mill. He kind of jumps the first unblocked defender. So as you see, you have a little jump cut right here on the unblocked defensive lineman. And, we were able to get the run game stuff going on. Tried a little trick play. We were trying to get Malik out of the backfield, and they really covered it. So, Blaine obviously checks the ball down. And so Clinton does a good job of playing that. And, obviously a big hit right there. Part of this game, though, there's going to be some collisions. But, again, he comes back. Million Porter there with the run. Keeps it north and south. One thing I want you to see, Dave, a great run by him. Look at all these bodies on the ground. We do a great job here at the point of attack blocking. As you see right there, Bafford, Elijah Young, there's a pancake. And I like the little jump back inside on the downfield run. So as you see, we jump to the sideline, then jump back inside to make the run. As you see the guys in the background there, ran the ball with authority in this game. Really, really attacked everything. And there's Don Vasquez, I believe, with a sack.
It was.
There's Tim Monte chasing him down. I don't know if that was planned or what, but we're crawling on the ground. Wayne Gibson here. I think we do a good job of taking the quarterback's first read away. He just checks it down. There's Wayne in the flat. So, again, as you see, we about blocked. They really didn't, we mentioned David. There's Jarrell Jimerson with a nice punt return. David, we mentioned on the broadcast the unknown. Well, they scrapped we didn't really know what the punt formation we saw one clip of in a scrimmage was not ever played.
Yeah, I think you said last week you thought maybe we might be able to block a few.
Well, with the base punt we would have, but then they went with a wildcat punt, and they had the ability to go for it. It was very scary. There's the goal. Okay, here's Blaine to Will Presley, 14-0. Now it's 20-0. Blaine does a good job of just throwing it up there, and he throws Will open. He drops the ball over the outside shoulder, as we say on a go ball, and, Will has leverage. So as you see right there, we pick up the little twist. Will obviously had 5 yards on the defender there, so it was nice pitch and catch. I like this drive. Get Malik Howard involved. Malik has great ball skills. He bodies out the defender and does a great job dragging his feet. A lot of kids may have stepped out of bounds, but, Malik obviously has the ability to kind of toe tap 1-2. And then Blaine looks left, comes back. We got another fade ball to Malik there. So, again, we're doing a great job in the 2-minute situation. So, that was a great 2-minute drive. We drove down in field goal range up 21-6, I believe. And we just couldn't get points on the board. As you see, there's 4 seconds left. So we're going to sprint out. That's the peak read on Flood. You're going to peak the first go ball, and Will was wide open. I felt like Clinton was trying to do a lot on defense, and when you do a lot, you're going to make mistakes. And we made them pay for their mistakes. I mean, if you leave a guy wide open, that's an explosive play. I felt like just from watching film, they were trying to do a lot on defense, and I was wondering how well their kids were going to handle all that. And so here is Tyree Porter going up. So the quarterback at this point, Clinton's got to really try to get some plays down the field, and Tyree does a good job of high pointing the football. Here's Wayne Gibson coming in on a stunt. I like how he goes low on a bigger player. So quarterback has some size on him, David. He a thick kid, and Wayne kind of goes low there. Obviously, it's just a good football play. Nothing wrong with.
And unfortunately, I don't think he came back in the ball game.
Well, I mean, they were playing two the whole time, so I don't know if it was a hot hand type deal. There's Mill Porter there with another nice run. And one thing you guys notice is, we've thrown the ball a little bit, so the box is kind of lighter. We're able to, now they're kind of bringing the safeties down, so we got Malik open on a little play to the flat. So, again, there's a really nice job there of, we kind of had some unfortunate penalties, which kind of got us behind the chains. And then, to me, this is nice when you can throw a 4-yard pass and then get 18 yards after the catch. And, so there it is. There's the plan there. So we're
kind of got a little assist from his own player, bumped him back in bounds.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of got a little assist there from
Jarrell
and Will Presley blocking downfield, and obviously took a host of Dragons to corral him. King Sandoval, there's Big Tim again, Caden Stewart, Zayden Williams. I guess a host of Wildcats there on the perimeter zone read play. And then, right now we're just got Clinton. Big play right here. Look at Adam Washington. So we saw this a couple years ago against Powell, and then Adam does it again. It's obviously a kick return for a touchdown. So I like how he attacks the ball on the big hop. We call that the big hop. It's right there at the chest. And we field those kicks every Thursday. We have coaches throw roll balls at players. So now the players know why we do that. They can see proof that, hey, I scored a touchdown. And we get a pass break up there by Zayden Williams. So, Clinton to the point now, they're just having to throw prayers up. They're having to get chunk plays. Zayden makes a nice play. I think later on in the season he'll pick that off. I think, he was doing a great job of being attached on the receiver. And then I guess this was the nail in the coffin right here, 42 to 13. Yeah, we looked at that on the iPad. We got to make sure we hold the ball through the end zone, but obviously we're doing a great job there of
oh boy. That was close.
It was it could have gone either way. I think luckily the officials were kind of like, it's just that may work us more towards the running clock. Kyler Sachs coming in. I thought Sachs did a great job against Halls, kind of filling in for Eli. And, nice snap, hold, kick. And then we get down here. There's LaDainian Pendergrass, the nice tackle and a speed option, I believe. I guess it's just a bad snap again. Yeah, a little flick out. And Clinton obviously is desperate. Little pass deflection. Right now we're just kind of playing for pride, David. We don't want them to get in the end zone anymore. We're giving up. Right now we're giving up 13 points a game. In this day and age, high school football, you're going to win a lot of games doing that. 42-13, big win over the Dragons. Obviously, as you tweeted out.
Let's go down to Alex Myers with some player interviews.
I've got Elijah Young. Elijah, you got banged up a little bit last week, but I wanted to talk to you tonight because I thought the difference in this ball game, creating that separation early, the lines of scrimmage, you guys were dominating on both sides. I thought the offensive line, particularly that right side with you and Jared, it seemed like you guys just have your will out there.
Yes, sir. We always plan on being dominant in the trenches, so that's our game plan every week.
You guys have a bond. I saw you guys kind of being goofy. You guys are serious. You guys are emotional guys, but you guys can also cut up. Talk about kind of that brotherhood that you guys have formed.
Yes, sir. Me and Jared, we didn't know each other before middle school or anything, but once we come to freshman, we became friends instantly. And ever since then, we became a brotherhood and all that good stuff.
Well, I'll let you get over here with your friend Jared, because he's currently in the front row. He just did a Lambo leap into the student section, so I'll let you go celebrate. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Up next, we've got Tim Walters, who's talking to Malachi Bonner from last year. He's talking to some teammates. Tim, I won't keep you long, but I saw a tweet that came up on my feed the other day, and it said, "Tweet for you," and it was Tim Walters on Twitter, and it said something along the lines, I've had this marked on my calendar all year. What is this game? What is this rivalry? And what did winning this game mean to you?
It just means a lot. Seeing your last time playing them, the trash they talk, and really, I'm still salty from whenever they beat us second-round playoffs my sophomore year. So that just fuels the fire still.
You guys were dominant. I talked to Elijah on the offensive line, but I think you guys were just as equally dominant on the defensive line, especially in that first half. What allowed y'all to be so just dominant? That's the word that comes to mind.
We were just practicing hard. We was ready. We was ready for Clinton. We knew they line couldn't hold us. We got one of the best D lines in Tennessee. I say it every day in practice. We was just ready.
I'll let you go. I know you guys, some of your teammates were over there kind of Lambo leaping into the student section. I've never seen that before, but I love it. I'll let you go celebrate. Hey, congrats on a big win.
Thank you.
Next up, we've got Will Presley. I'd love to squeeze a fourth one in here. I know I get wordy with these interviews, but we're trying to keep them short. I'd love to get a hold of Adam Washington if we can get him. But Will Presley, if Will is ready, we'll go ahead to Will real quick. Will, you ready? Will's chatting up. We'll give Will a quick break real quick because he's talking to some friends. We'll get Adam Washington in the meantime. Real quick, Adam Washington, I've never seen it in my life in high school until the past, I think, 2 years. Will Presley ran a kickoff return back a couple years ago, and then you did it tonight. Coach Rang, immediately after they had scored the prior touchdown, said, hands, hands, hands. You guys knew it was coming, but did you think that was coming?
No, I didn't. I mean, they told me to expect it since they tried a sneaky one. And then I saw the gap, so I was just like, I'll catch it and just try to run.
You picked the ball up, I think, about the 40, and you just took off 60, 64 yards maybe it was. I'm not going to lie, Adam. You're a good athlete. But you showed another gear that I didn't know that you had. Did you know what was going? Did you kind of black out during that moment, or did you know, hey, I got a shot for this?
I was just trying to run. I didn't want to get caught.
I talked to David on the air. I said, I've never seen a placeholder cramp. And it looked like you got a cramp and they had to delay it. What happened there?
I was just tired. My back is hurting. I was just gassed.
All right, well, congratulations. A big win. You were in that student section, I think, a moment ago. What happened? Was that planned? Did you guys just do it at the spur of the moment?
No, Will just called me over and was like, let's go get in the student section. And we just both jumped up there.
Hey, as long as you're having fun. Hey, congrats on a big win.
Thank you.
And we will locate Will Presley now as our final player interview. This might be a record for non-playoffs. Real quick, I want to talk to Will. The first week, you had a nice game, but for your standard, it seemed like it was a little bit of a down game. Tonight, you silenced all that, came out a couple of touchdowns, and just a great performance. I know this game means a little something extra to guys like you and Blaine, who grew up playing with a lot of these guys. Obviously, your emotions showed that it meant a lot to you to win this game.
Right. It definitely, after coming out of that first one, no touchdowns, just some minor catches. They were still good, but, nothing that I'm used to. I knew I had to come into this one, silent everything out, and just do what I usually do. And we finally, we started out a bit rough. Sun was in my eyes, I'm not going to lie. But then I get to that next go ball, and it sparked something, made it happen. Hopefully we're like that for the rest of the year.
I got to ask you one question. Bryson Maddox, there's a great skill players on each team. When you go up against a guy like that, who you know is just as capable as anybody in this state, does that fuel you? Does that make you guys, do you guys kind of, even though you don't go against each other necessarily, do you guys kind of have that mindset of, I'm going to try to outdo him?
I've been playing Bryson since, kind of middle school a little bit. He's from the Knoxville area, and we played in the Knoxville League back in the day. So I've been playing up against him for a little while. Just knowing that he was on the other team made me definitely feel like that I had to do a little bit more tonight than what I usually do. So shining a little bit brighter was definitely my goal tonight.
Last question. You got blamed for the student section. It looked like a Lambeau leap. I just asked Adam, I said, was that pre-planned? He said, I don't know. Will just came over and told me, let's jump in the student section. For those at home who didn't see that, what was that like? Because I've never seen that in all my years of doing this.
If Clinton's going to put the stands right next to us, let's enjoy it a little bit. That's all I got to say.
Hey, congratulations, Will.
Thank you.
And we appreciate Alex Myers for doing those. We haven't usually put him on the show, but I kind of think so. It's kind of makes the show a little bit lively, especially right after the game. Obviously, the emotions were high, and they were excited about beating the Dragons.
Oh yeah, you should be. I think anytime you win a rivalry game on the road, it's always fun. And like you said, David, traditionally we've had our way with Clinton in the series as far as overall wins and losses. So. Kids had fun. It's always kind of fun to play over there because the stadiums, as you know, we were right on top of everything, and they were just kind of enjoying the moment. And that's what's nice about it. Whenever you can go there with a big win.
Let's go ahead and do the plays of the week. This is from this particular ball game. I think we've seen them all, but here we go again.
Liam Gerber usually finds the camera too, doesn't he?
Yes, he did.
Always right there. So block of the week, we got Malik Howard there. I like that one right there. He gets his hands inside. It's what you call a pancake. Get him leaning, and then bury him. And, obviously they had a hard time stopping the run. Tag team block. So this is a – oh, we got to see that. That was a nice one. They kind of had him leaning a little bit. So there's Wayne Gibson coming. Boom. So that's one you dream about when you get blindside on the quarterback, right-handed quarterback looking left. You just come in there and clean them out. Offensive. Million Porter had a big night. Like I said, averaged 16.5 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns.
There's that block
There's
again.
that blocking. And that's what you call just that's a pancake right there. They just kind of get them leaning and throw them on the ground. And nice run. Hit of the week, Wayne Gibson. I like these when the receiver has to extend up and loses momentum and there's a defender coming in to clean them out. So Wayne kind of gets the stick there. You got Tyree Porter, not very big, but right there he threw all his body into the ball carrier, and that nice hit. And there's Malik Howard with a nice, I guess, elite concentration here. The ball is deflected, and then he ends up making the catch and has possession. So as you see, just play of the week. The Dragons, they were bummed about that one. But again, I think Adam Washington here, like you said, he takes it all the way to the house. And, and we do. Like these players will know we throw footballs at him on Thursdays up there, and that's why. So he can get that football and onside kick on that Sunday hop and go to the house with it.
Yeah. Did you tell them to be aggressive like that, or would you rather?
Yeah, that's what we say. As long as they can. That's what the hop you want. You don't want to get it low or high. So we want to find the right hop, and he surveyed the hop, and then, go be aggressive, go get it, and I think that's fine because if you're waiting, then what studies have shown, more bad things can happen. So perfectly played by 11 right there, and he obviously benefited from the result.
And a little bit different from Dylan Woody's against the Halls, too.
Yeah, with Dylan's, the ball was more on the ground. It was more of like a submarine-type kick. It was like a spin. It was just spinning. That was more of like a bounce onside kick. So, but, Dylan Woody did a great job his. So, luckily this year knock on wood, we've done a good job recovering onside kicks.
So the Dragons are behind you. We've got some junior varsity highlights. Not yet, Mark. I'm going to get one more comment from Coach about this game. They say it's an old coaching cliche. You get better from one week to first week to the second week. Where did you get better?
I thought just the feel of the game was better. We didn't have as many guys just being gassed. Like against Halls, I felt like every time you looked up, somebody looked like they were just overwhelmed with energy. Being just dead tired. So the operation was cleaner. We just seemed more comfortable. It was a cleaner game. And I think, the more games we play, David, you'll see that just all the teams will kind of start settling in and just playing ball.
Yeah, for the first time in a long time, Coach, on Monday night, you got a chance to play a junior varsity or freshman ball game against Clinton. It's been a long time.
Well, the backstory was whenever Coach Dawson got the job, he reached out, and I was like, I said, traditionally, Clinton has always not wanted to play the game or Kansas. He's like, well, we're going to play. So he said we're going to play. So I was like, well, it's a new staff. We'll just give him the benefit of the doubt. And we agreed to do the 11 a.m. kickoff on Labor Day with both teams not having school. And I thought it was a great morning into an afternoon. And we should do that. It's like a 20-minute bus trip. Why would you not play? So, but kudos to them for playing, and it was a fun game.
Let's go ahead and roll the highlights. This is from Monday.
Yeah. So, like I said, Monday we got Kipton Fagan there. Nice run. He obviously cuts it back. And as you see, he gets some pressure from his left, and he's able to just kind of escape the pocket. And he's cut it back there and gets a positive play for a first down. So, obviously, Kipton's done a good job here for us. Here's Dylan Woody with a nice interception here. We're in coverage. And, it'd be nice if, we get some guys up there to really lead the way. But, again, big interception for the Cats there. We got Jamin Crowley here running the ball. So, one thing we're going to look at here is a lot of guys were playing in this game. We got some meaningful reps, so we'll try to name as many of the players as we can as it goes. There's Ezra Mahoney there playing some receiver, blocking downfield. Anthony Ferrara was downfield blocking. Kipton again with a pass to Jamin Crowley out of the backfield. And Jamin does a nice job. I like how he finishes that run right there. He doesn't just like run out of bounds. Braylon Payne on a route, Ezra on a route. There's Jamin there. We're getting some blocking. We'll give the offensive line a shout out here in a second. This would be a good time to do it. So we got Zakai Booth getting the touchdown on the inside run. So we had Gage Pellegrin play guard, Brandon Roy playing tackle, Hudson Edwards playing up there on the line, Javier Heck. And I know we got Spencer Hatmaker was up there playing on the offensive line as well. So those guys did a really, really good job blocking. Looks like here we got Josiah McClure, I believe that's who that was.
It
with
was.
A nice hit. Excited about Josiah. He's a freshman for us. Really, really, once he gets the hang of it, maybe he'll contribute on the varsity as the season goes on. Trezier Threet, Spencer Hatmaker, Dylan Woody. There's Zakai Booth. Host of Wildcats on the tackle. There's Kipton Fagan again with a nice little run. And so, again, the defensive end squeezes, the linebacker squeezes, so he pulls it and goes. And takes a really, really big hit, but he's able to kind of come back up, and I don't think that really phased him. Here's a little screen pass to Kamani Willis, nice little freshman here, like him in the slot. He's got some burst and quickness to him. So, again, we're just going to dump it off. They were bringing heavy blitz, so we're just able to dump it off there. A bunch of Nehemiah Adams there blocking downfield. And obviously we do a great job here getting in the red area. And I believe that's right. There was 7 seconds left. So Jamin Crowley there with the Braylon Payne playing some tight end. Got a bright future for us. And Jamin Crowley walks in the end zone there. Sachs and Gavin Ellison alternate with PATs. One thing I guess they didn't want to do the other special teams. We're kind of playing Anthony Nevius there with a nice interception. When you kind of play on these Monday games, you kind of play by the home team's rules. So
Yeah, it went by really fast.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have a lot of players, David. They only had 19 players over there. So I get, on their end of it. I talked to our guys. I was like, there's Josiah McClure there with a nice touchdown. But, again, just told our guys, we get a chance to play some freshman-only games later on in the season. So there's Josiah McClure there with a nice touchdown on you throw the ball 2 yards and you run 80. Quarterback's best friend is a yard after reception. There's Gavin Ellison, the freshman kicker there, coming with a nice PAT.
I heard you say to him right after the ball game, the varsity's 2-0 and the junior varsity 2-0.
Yeah.
So it's a great start for the football season.
It is, and I think it's obviously, David, we talk about this off air, building momentum, building positive momentum. Can we maintain that week in and week out? And, right now we're having a lot of success on the varsity program. We're having a lot of success in the JV freshman program. Sustaining that is really, really hard because sometimes kids just go out there and think it's going to happen every week. There's a reason why it's happened. A, we're talented. B, we've worked pretty hard. So can we maintain that level of play as we got Lenoir City obviously Friday, but as we morph into the 6A schedule and you play the Bradley Centrals and the Dobbins Bennett, the schools that have 2,000 students, can you maintain that level of play? That's what we've been challenging our guys on.
Coach, before we bring Blaine and Will up here, I want you to give us a quick little scouting report on Lenoir City.
So Lenoir City, I think it's their 5th coach in 5 years. There's been a lot of coaching turnover there. They are running a power I with single wing offense. Defensively, they're running a 3-4. Their games go by fast. So, when you're in the power I off, when you're 95% run, they're going to try to bleed the game out and just sit on the ball and make the game really short. So it should be a fast game. We have to start the game out fast. We can't just get lulled to sleep by, ground and pound, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And then, offensively, I feel pretty good about the skill players we have versus theirs. So, obviously, but it's a big game Friday because it's our next game, and we have a chance to go 3-0, and that's a big deal. So we're locked in. We're ready to go.
Coach, I appreciate it. Maybe we'll bring you back up if we have time. It depends on how Blaine and Will go. If they talk a lot.
You may have them be up here for a while. So
we're going to take a break here. We are live at the Pizza Inn, our second live show consecutively. We've got two seniors coming up, Blaine Stansberry and Will Presley. We'll be back with them in a moment.
When something happens to your car, you might say,
"Ugh, come on, seriously?
This is so extra."
But what you could say is,
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
your local State Farm agents are available to help you online, over the phone, or in person. State Farm agents are here to help answer your questions and help you file your claim.
This is so extra.
Get with someone who can actually help. Contact me, Agent Laura Lynn Green, today.
Fox Insurance Group is a local agency. We've got a great staff. We're knowledgeable. The most rewarding thing about working in insurance is taking care of customers. When they come in, a lot of times they don't know what coverages they need. They're relying on us to give them the right coverage that's going to fit their needs, but also at a competitive price. Anybody can go to any agent or they can call any 1-800 number. But getting that right agent that's going to take care of them and be there in time of need, and that's what we're here to do.
Who are you not to be uncommon? Who are you not to be one in a million? 100 million? Your day job is what you do, but it doesn't define you. In a world of common, it might. But you? You were born to do uncommon things with the time you've been given. When's the last time Common fought a wildfire? Or brought a town back from the dark? Or stood against a rising flood? Common doesn't do that. Uncommon does that. And here, where uncommon lives are shaped, is where history will find you. A few weeks a year, and you'll discover the most uncommon time of your life.
We appreciate, sorry about that, we appreciate you coming back with us as promised. We've got two seniors here in front of us. To my immediate right, this guy right here is Blaine Stansberry. He is the senior quarterback, 3-year starter. And to his right, obviously, is Will Presley. Will plays receiver and returns a few kicks. And guys, I asked Blaine when I was trying to remember last year if I did the two of you together, and you reminded me that I did do two together, so I guess maybe this could be a repeat. But I think I remember asking you this. How long have you all known each other?
We've known each other for about 10 years.
10 years? Yeah, you're on.
Yes, sir, for about 10 years.
Okay. Will, I don't know if you can hear me. Will's got a little stuffy ear, though. I want you to describe Blaine's mustache for me. Blaine is sporting a new mustache, and explain that to us and your thoughts and your what you think it looks like.
I mean, I got a video like Blaine like jumping like Mario, so he's always just like reminding me of Mario and like Luigi. I feel like he kind of fits Luigi a little bit more though.
So Blaine, let me ask you, when did you decide that you wanted to grow it?
I think it was about March that I sort of started growing it. So
how long do you plan to keep it?
I don't really know when I'm gonna trim it off.
You're 2-0, so you might as well keep it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you think Will could grow as good a mustache as you have?
He's always trying to do something that he never has his mind made up.
Let me ask you. I'm going to ask you a couple serious questions, then we'll get to some of my not so serious questions. The mustache question was a serious question, but I mean, obviously you are 2-0. Both of you guys have played a lot of football for Oak Ridge. Talk about heading into your senior year, obviously this is it for you guys. Goal, obviously, I know what it is, but talk about this team and your goals for this year.
I think as a team and personally as well, I think the goal to constantly chase improvement is what we should strive for. And I know we're 2-0, but I know we also have a lot of improvement. And I know if we keep building on top of each week, then we can be a really good team.
Will, same question. You can kind of just about goals and just the season and being a senior.
We're just going to win.
Say again?
We're just going to win.
Okay. All right. I know you. Anybody who knows these two guys, I know the players know them. They're like night and day. They're totally different. They've been good friends forever. Blaine, as you can see, is more reserved, more. I don't know. His grade point average is 4.9,000 or something like that. And Will, I don't know what your grade point average is. We won't discuss it. I can see by. I can see
enough.
But talk about. You guys are friends. Is it the opposites attract? What's different? I mean, you all are so different. This guy's rowdy. He's loud. He's demonstrative on the field, and you just go about your business. Talk about the contrast between you two guys.
I think it sort of balances us out. I sort of have to settle him down sometimes, and he can sort of get me riled up also.
Will, do you think he's boring?
Don't let him lie to y'all. When y'all get him like one-on-one, this kid's a whole new person. You should hear half the things he says.
Okay. Well, I know he's a funny guy, but in the public persona, you are very under control, obviously. I mean, which is a good thing. You are the all-time leading passer in Oak Ridge High School history. You've blown away all those records, and all you're doing is adding to them. And I'm going to come back to your records that you could have by the end of the year. Records don't mean much to you, I guess, but I know how important and how exciting is it knowing that you're going to leave here with the top records in passing?
I think it's pretty cool knowing that I already have it right now, and then knowing that I can just keep trying to build it up and make it untouchable if I can. Well,
I mean, you're kind of putting it out of reach, and a lot of it's because of this guy to your right. I mean, coming into the season, I think, and Will, I remember you asking me this question, I think at Powell in the 7-on-7, and I didn't have an answer for you, but I think you were coming into the season about 1,200 yards shy of Brandon Hayward's all-time receiving record. So that's a big year. If you hadn't gotten hurt last year, you probably would be much closer, obviously, because how many games did you miss? I forgot. About 5 games. So, but you're probably right at 1,000 away. Is that possible?
That's for sure possible. You got to think about it. I missed 5 games last year, and coming in this year expecting to obviously be healthy and having the same kind of year. I mean, I had missed 5 games, 900 yards with, I think it was like 32 receptions. So, I mean, I should double it if you think about it.
Well, let me ask you about that. When you were on the sidelines with that injury, obviously you missed 5 games. What was it like for you?
Mentally, it was hard. Going through an injury is always a mental thing. It's not really much physical because you're always going to be back to physical health, back to normal. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take you, and you just got to keep your head down and make it through physical therapy. Once you make it past that stage, you just got to get back into it.
So, Blaine, what was it like? Obviously, I'm not saying he's kind of your go-to guy. He was last year for sure, but how did you have to adapt? I mean, obviously, he was not there as your guy. You had guys step up, obviously, but what was it like for you without him those games?
It was really challenging not having a lot of our big guys like Rel, and then Malik had ended up going down for a few weeks, and so it was really tough mentally, but I had to adapt, and all of our guys adapted with how we had to adjust the offense. And so with the guys that we were playing with in those last few games and the first rounds of the playoff, we really it was impressive to me how we could come together and really learn a whole new playbook that we had to use.
So, Will, you've already committed to Miami of Ohio to play football next year. What was your decision-making process there?
Everybody talks about finding a home, finding that feeling. When they get there, they're like, oh, I felt this feeling that it was just home for me. And, I never kind of believed that. I figured it, I'll just figure out a place or whatever. And then I got there, and I truly felt that feeling. It's like it's a one-time feeling. Like, you'll never feel it again. So when you just got to go through it. And when I felt it, I just, knew that was the right decision. And then, that was basically all.
So, Blaine, this question's coming. Obviously, I know you want to go on and beyond high school. How's it going right now? Who have you been offered, and have you thought about where you want to go? Have you made any kind of decisions yet?
I haven't decided yet on where I'm going. I'm still going through all the processes of recruiting, and I've been offered by Eastern Kentucky, Austin Peay, ETSU, and Murray State. So that's
you're all going to be separated. How's that going to be? You see Will's face over here?
Yeah. David, I'm not gonna lie. You had we had a interview thing over in Knoxville at Three Ridges, and someone asked me that, and I kind of teared up on them. It's kind of sad, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna get in a lot of trouble without me. So.
Do you keep him out of trouble?
I try the best that I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody who doesn't know him, Will, he kind of is. You're not a wild child, but you kind of beat. What's the march to the beat of your own drummer? I guess you kind of do what you want to do at times.
You got to have a little fun. You can't have restrictions on everything. So you got to bend them a little bit, have a little bit of fun.
Well, let me ask you. A lot of your team. This is a different kind of a team. Last year, a lot of your guys after the highlights, they kind of wandered out of here. Last year, just had everybody up asking you all kinds of wild questions. What I'm coming to is the team chemistry is good, but the team is just different. It's kind of a different. Compare last year's team to this year's team. Maybe your senior class a little bit more subdued than this one.
I think last year we had a bunch of big personalities, and they all made an effort to come out and do it. It's just a different atmosphere. I think we all click together as a good team, and we all have good chemistry this year. It's just different guys and different relationships.
I ask this question all the time, and this is one of my off-the-wall questions, but I want to ask both of you all. If there was such thing as a time machine, where would you go? Would you go forward? Would you go backwards? Where would you go and why? Will's giving you the eye. I think he wants you to go first.
I don't know. I'd probably go back in time, maybe the 50s-ish. I'm sort of a history buff, so
okay.
I like older times.
I want to go into the future and just see Blaine as a grown-up. I want to see him. I want to see if he's still the same perfect little child. Let's find that out. So that's what I'm going into the future for.
Blaine, what's he implying over here?
I don't really know how to take that on.
So you are kind of like his big brother, I guess. I don't know who's older. How much?
I am by a month.
By a month.
And a day.
So, but are you act kind of more like 10 years in a day, actually. So actually, this is kind of the grown-up version right here. I think this is what you're going to see.
David, he's still a kid. Don't let him fake it. He's still a kid.
What do you guys do? I know, Blaine, I see you're constantly throwing. You're on the weekends, after ball games, you're throwing, you're going to camps during the summer. Do you do anything other than football? Do you have any other part of your life you enjoy?
Yeah, I just got into golf.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm getting into golf. I really like to build Legos, so I do that in my downtime.
Okay. Will?
I do a lot. I'm not going to lie. It's not really just one thing. It's whatever I get picked up on, yeah, let's do it. But, no, I'm pretty stoked that Blaine got a pair of golf clubs, though. I've been waiting to go.
Are you into golf?
Oh, yeah. I don't get to go often, but, when I do go, I really enjoy it.
Have you all played?
No, we haven't yet.
Are you looking forward to that first competition between the two of you?
Yeah, I'm getting some lessons right now, so I'll try and beat him.
So you can't get beaten by Will. Is that what you're basically saying?
I'd like not to.
Superstitions. I kind of. Do you have any superstitions, phobias, anything like that?
Do you want to go first?
Will?
I don't like bugs. Like anything that's like real small and like weird looking, I don't do it. Like even a fly, like I'm not a big fan. I don't do bugs.
Blaine?
I'm actually really superstitious in football. So
let's hear them.
The first game, I wore an arm sleeve, and I never really wear an arm sleeve. And I wasn't happy with my performance in the first half, so I took it off the second half. I thought I played better. And then this last game, I wore what I normally do, and I thought I played better. And I don't know, I do a lot of small things to sort of see what works and what doesn't.
You wear the white, I guess, I don't know what they're called, leggings or whatever. Why? Why do you do that?
It sort of makes me look taller.
Okay. So, Will, you were going to say something?
No, I'm going to leave that one alone.
You're going to leave it alone. Okay, that's what he said. He's going to leave it alone. I don't know why I've picked. I think this is why I like to have the two of you up here together, because there's a lot of inside stuff that they don't even want to talk about right here. I mean, that's going on in between them here. As you prepare for the rest of the season, obviously, moving up to 6A, obviously, you're going to face your bigger teams. Does that even bother you at all? Because you've been playing most of these teams all along.
No, I don't think mentally it shouldn't bother anybody. We've stepped up in any game that we've had to, and I know we can all come play at that level and play above it.
So, Will, when Blaine overthrows you sometimes or underthrows you on a pass, whatever, does it upset you?
You know, David, I think that I'm a very reasonable person. I like to think that I'm very nice to him when he overthrows me. I talk to him calmly. I just kind of sweet talk him, hype him up a little bit, be like, come on, man, next play. I don't think I've ever, said anything out of pocket or anything, so.
Blaine, is he blatantly lying to me on the air here?
Yeah, that's probably the biggest lie he's ever told.
Well, I know, just listening on camera at the Halls game, about halftime, some of the ground cameras, Will was upset about some things, but, I mean, you've hit him so many times. Will, you had something to say?
I don't think it was necessarily Blaine that I was mad at. I think I had a little bit of sweat in my eyes, and you know that feeling, it burns really bad. So definitely had to let loose a little bit, but it wasn't anything towards Blaine at all. No.
Blaine, what did you first want to do when you were a kid? What was the first job or whatever that you wanted to do?
Goodness. I honestly can't remember it. I remember one year for Halloween I dressed up as a soldier, so maybe
You wanted
it was
to be in the
military.
Army, maybe?
Yeah, don't really remember.
Will?
I've always had a little thing for always wanting to use my hands. When I grow up, I thought about doing medical. That was probably my first thought, but I knew deep down that wasn't really what I wanted to do. So now I'm kind of thinking of kind of want to work on cars or aviation mechanics, something like that.
So, Blaine, if Will was a surgeon and you needed surgery, and if he had decided to go into the medical field, would you have wanted Will to be your surgeon?
If I had a choice, probably not.
Why would that be?
Well, I don't know what's always going on up in his head space, so I don't know if he's always all there.
Well, does that hurt your feelings any?
No, I mean I would trust myself doing surgery on myself. So I don't see his reason behind that. I think I'm a pretty mentally sane guy. I'm steady with my hands. I wouldn't do anything wrong. I mean, I feel like I would be good.
He wasn't too steady on the first pass at Clinton. So.
Yeah.
The sun was in my eyes.
I was told not to even touch that. I was told not to touch that by Will. He didn't want to talk about that first pass at all. But, guys, we're running short of time here. What's your favorite memory so far as a Wildcat?
I think although the outcome wasn't what I wanted or what anybody else wanted, that Sevier County game was sort of surreal. Playing in front of that big of a crowd and that big of a stage, I think it was really exciting and a great opportunity.
Will?
My favorite memory probably was sophomore year. I think my first touchdown. I think it was up against Powell when I did what Adam did. Well, he really did what I did. He had to copy me, you know. But on the kickoff return, it was an onside kick, and I scooped and scored. So I just took it from there. That's probably like my favorite memory.
I'm going to look over here. Do you guys have any questions you want to ask them? Jared, Caleb? Jared? The question was to Blaine, what Lego did you recently build?
I haven't built one in a while, but it was last December. I built the Home Alone house. Yeah.
Wow. Will, do you do Legos?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, David. I started on it, and it's like a little car, but it's sitting on my desk right now, like halfway built, halfway not built. So no, it's probably never gonna get done.
Well, guys, I appreciate you coming here and doing the show. I know, Blaine, you don't come very often. I mean, you need to come more often.
I will.
You said that last year and the year before. So.
Okay. Well, last year I came later in the year here.
Well, that's true. That's true. Guys, I appreciate it. Any final comments, anything you want to say before we close?
Shout out to my girl Marley, and shout out to Coach Ted Mitchell.
Shout out Coach Kelly.
This has been, I guess it's time to close it out here. We are live. We have been live at the Pizza Inn. We appreciate Coach Ring for joining us here, and Mark and Shauna doing our technical work, and all of our camera guys. Until next week, this is David Clary. Join us again. The Wildcats taking on Lenoir City. We'll be back here next week at 7 o'clock. Until then, this is David Clary saying so long, everybody.
Up the middle he goes 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Scott Fisher, 45, 50, 45, 40. Fisher, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Scott Fisher has just gone 98 yards for an Oakridge touchdown.
I can't deal it, so unfair, and it feels like heaven so far away.
Third and 6. Here comes Oakridge. It's almost a sack. A screen pass intercepted by Warrendine. To the 30, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Michael Warrendine down to the 15-yard line. Porter under center from the 4. He rolls to his right. Backside pressure. Passes complete. Touchdown Oakridge! Booker scores! Booker scores! Booker scores! 12 seconds to play. Pandemonium reigns at Blankenship Field. Hall to the far left. Tharp will pass. Pumped once. Here's the pass complete to Rock Harden. Rock Harden 45 to the 40 to the 35. And he waits. There he goes! There he goes! Touchdown Oakridge! The Wildcats score! Rock Harden! Rock Harden takes it down the field. Will the tailback, Woods the pass. Fires it, pass, batted away, intercepted by Oakridge. Wildcats Connor Goldmeyer at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, down the field, 45, 40, 35, 30, down the field, Connor Goldmeyer to the 20, to the 15. We might have a new record, a new record. Let's see what Brian does. He's going to pass. Setting up a little pass. Boom! Big stick! What a shot by Matt Smith. He blasted that guy. For the Wildcats. Handoff goes up the middle, Rivers to the 40, breaks it down the right side, 45 to the 40, to the 45 to the 50, to the 45 to the 40, to the 45 to the 30, to the 50, to the 5. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. Jamie Woodman, oh, you've got away. 14-7 Oak Ridge, and Minor will roll to his right. Has some time. Down the field it goes to Sean Williams, complete 40, to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, 25, 15, 10, touchdown, no flags down, Sean Williams scores.
Booker at the 5 on the return to the 10, to the 15, Booker at the 20, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, Corey Booker with a kicker to beat, makes a move on him and blows him away, he'll take it home, baby, Corey Booker, 5, touchdown Oak Ridge.
5-yard line. Here comes Adrian handing it off to Booker. Booker breaks free at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, 25, 40. Corey Booker 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. The freshman has just gone 95 yards. Touchdown Oak Ridge. Corey Booker has gone 95 yards for the Oak Ridge touchdown. Under center, rolling to his left, looking, firing, there's a man, 2 points in the Wildcats win! Jacob Snyder makes the catch! It's pandemonium on Blankenship Field! Adrian Porter connects with his tight end, Jacob Snyder, into the Oak Ridge fans. And Jerry Colfer will pitch to Summers, and he wants to throw. He looks long, the man is there, the pass, touchdown, Mike Underwood! Underwood on the reception on the halfback pass from Sean Summers, and Oak Ridge.
Wildcats trail. Lordy draws back the pass. Has some time. Pass is complete, and it's going to be a touchdown to David Brown as nobody, baby, was on him.
Oak Ridge going for 2, and Colquitt will roll to the right, gives it off the white. He looks to the end zone. 2 points, baby. Oak Ridge has won this ball game from Blankenship Field, the greatest opening victory we've seen in some time. Five men on the line for the Wildcats. Robbie Knight hands it off to Ogletree. Blasted in the backfield. Loses 5 yards. The Wildcats come in strong, and they drop him for a big loss. Greg Central going to the extra point with Greg Johnson. The hold will be Billy King. 42-41. Oak Ridge on top of Central, and Let's see what the Wildcats can do with the kick. Here's a low snap. Here's the kick. It's a block. Oak Ridge is headed to the state championship ball game at Vanderbilt on a block extra point. 42-41. And Oak Ridge, pandemonium reigns on the field. The Wildcats are headed to Vanderbilt. A blocked extra point. Oak Ridge celebrating. Pandemonium. Fans on the field. The block kick and Central season will end on their home field. And Oak Ridge will go to Vanderbilt.